Welcome back to another Amped update video. Today we're going to be taking a look at our latest update to Amped Replay. In this video, we'll take a look at the new updates and I'll show you how you can use them. We're going to start off by taking a look at the improvements we've made to our annotations filter. So the first thing that we're going to take a look at is our update to our annotation tab. And the big update that we've got with the annotations for you is that we can now group together different annotations. This is going to make changing the annotations and doing things like tracking much easier in the future for replay. So to start off with a simple example, let's say we needed to do some analysis on the clothing of our suspect here. And I'm just going to point to some of the different clothing that he's got on. So see these type of glasses and this hoodie. I've got the white shirt and we can point down to the sneakers as well. So let's say we've got these 4 different annotations now. What I'm going to do is show you how we can group these together so that if I needed to make any changes to them, it would be applied to all of them at the same time. So let's to group together annotations, we need to press the Shift key and start selecting them. You can see when I select 2 that are far away from each other, we get this black box showing that we've selected both of them. As I select the others, that box is going to make sure it encompasses all of the annotations. Once I've selected them all, I can just go to right click and go to group. And now these are all grouped together. So if I wanted to move them, they would be moved all at once. With grouped annotations, you can access them individually. So let's say I wasn't happy with the location of this third arrow, but I didn't want to move the location of the others. I can just double click onto that one and it will allow me to move that even though they're grouped together. If I deselect and reselect, I've got the full group again. Because all of these annotations are the same type, so because they're all arrows, if I go to the arrow options, any changes I make to them now will be applied to all of them. So if I increase the thickness, it's going to show that on all of the annotations in that group. So I can simply change the color here. And another update that we've added to the annotations arrow that has been asked for is the point option. So replacing the arrows with pointers. So if I change that, it's going to apply it to all of them too. The next thing I want to show you then with grouping is when we come to tracking. So I'm going to delete these annotations. We're going to go to where we can see the victim in this video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to track where he's moving. And I'm going to use multiple annotations to indicate that this is the victim and to hide the victim's face or identity. So if I use the hide annotation, for example, I'm going to use this hide annotation. And then I'm going to create a text box just saying victim. And what I can do is I can place this inside this hidden area. And then as before, I'm going to hold Shift and select and group these together. So I've grouped this sphere hidden sphere and victim text together now. And you can see that when I group them, the tracking becomes enabled. So if I ungroup them and I've got them both selected, you can see that I'm unable to track. And this is how it would have been in the previous versions of Replay. Now we can group them and we can track these two together. Rather than doing the software assisted tracking, I'm going to keyframe this. So I'm going to right select this and toggle keyframe and just move this forward and just create some keyframes of our victim's position. If I deselect this now, we can quickly review this. So now we can see that we've successfully tracked our victim. The next new feature I'd like to introduce to you is also part of the Annotate tab, and this is the Eyedropper tool. I'm going to show you this by using a combination of an image in our video. So here we can see that we've added a logo, our logo, to the video. And if I add anything else to this video, so let's say in the text I add the frame number. This frame number, I may want the border now to be the same color as my logo. So what I can do is I can use this eyedropper tool. I can go over to my logo and get that color. The last part that I'm going to focus on in this update video that I'd like to share with you is our new compare feature in the Enhance tab. So currently in the Enhance tab, I haven't got either light or sharpen on. I'm going to apply the sharpening feature here. And what is useful is to see the before and after of any enhancements that you do to make sure that you're improving the visibility of the detail. So what I can do now is I can go over to our compare option under the view. You can see at the moment we're on the processed, and that's why we're seeing it sharpened. If I go to compare, you can see that I end up seeing a 50-50 view by default. So on the left, I've got the original, and on the right, I've got the processed. But in the middle, I can move this to see before and after. An important thing to note, when you're in the compare view, if you export the video from this view, then you will get what you see. So you'll get a 50-50 comparison as your exported video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, check out our blog, and check our newsletter out. Until next time, take care.